Welcome to episode 2 of this Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series with Napoli. In today's episode, we're going to play our first competitive match of the season. We're going to take on Nice in our Champions League Best Place Playoff first leg match. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? And then Lazio in the league. So we're playing 2 games today. And then episode 3 will be immediately after that, where we take on Nice in the second leg and then play a massive fixture against Juventus at home. Now that could be a title decider come the end of the season, couldn't it? So that's why I thought I would show all 4 of these games in 2 separate videos for you, and then I'll probably play a few games before episode 4. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, you've got the potential for 2 episodes today. If you can smash, let's say, 500 likes on this video, I will upload episode 3 later on today. So as you can see, we had a very successful pre-season, winning every single game. We beat our under-20s in the episode 1, of course. Then we beat Fenerbahce. It's a pretty good win, I think, 3-0. Mertens, Giacherini and Milik with the goals. We then beat Braga 3-1. Mertens and Allen with the goals in that one. We then beat Trento, I think, who are non-league Italian team. Not 100% sure about that, but we beat them 6-1, as you would kind of expect. We then beat Palermo 2-0. Mertens is on fire. Hopefully he can continue that into competitive matches. And then we took on Paganese, not sure who they are, but we beat them 2-0 thanks to Mertens once again. And then we beat Panathinaikos. Mertens with another goal after Zielinski opened the scoring. So really successful pre-season. Now I have tried to fine-tune the team a bit. I've not brought in any players thus far, but there is the potential for a few transfers before the transfer window closes. You can see 5 players have gone out of the team. We've loaned out 2 players. Zaniga, the 31-year-old Colombian, has gone out on loan. I don't think he's our third choice right back, basically, so I don't think I need 3 right backs. This guy from our youth team's gone out on loan, Pio Schiavi. And then 3 big transfers. Well, one particularly big transfer in Jose Callejon, going to Manchester United for £34 million, rising to potentially £42 million. I don't know whether this is a good decision or not. My thinking behind this is he's 30 years old, and to get that amount of money for him, I think is quite good. But then in this day and age, perhaps £30 million isn't a huge amount of money. He is a quality player. I'm surprised Man United want him, to be honest. But he's gone there. He was valued at less than what they bid. His value's gone up since he moved to Manchester United. I suppose he's on a very big contract there. I don't know whether it was the right decision. He's not natural in the winger position, which is where I want to play him. So that's why I've decided to sell him. And I do want to try and get a replacement. I've looked at Mikel Antonio from West Ham United. As a West Ham fan, I know how powerful a player he is. And he is a natural right midfielder on this game. Possibly one of the best players in that position on the game. And if you watched my Manchester City videos, then you'll see that he did very, very well for West Ham in that first season. So he is a good player on the game. Unfortunately, West Ham originally wanted £100 million for him. I managed to negotiate down to £70 million, but I still can't afford that. So I do need to try and find a right-sided midfielder to replace him. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So it might have been a mistake letting him go. Time will tell. Other players to go out, I've sold our third choice goalkeeper, Rafael, Brazilian. I didn't realise he had 3 caps for Brazil, but I just didn't need him. He's gone to Las Palmas for 750k. And the other player to leave is Lorenzo Tonelli, who is a very good defender. I didn't get a huge amount of money for him, £4.2 million, considering they bought him last year for £8.25 million. It is a bit of a loss. But my thinking is, I want a relatively small squad. We've got 4 centre-backs still, 4 natural centre-backs in Albiol, Kirichez, Maximovic and Koulibaly. So I don't need 5, I don't think. With Man City, those of you that watched that video, I had a very small squad, and I think it helped in regards to the dynamics, which I did mention in episode 1. So it's a bit boring. I've not signed anyone yet, and I've only sold players, which isn't particularly exciting. But I'm going to try and find a couple players to bring in before the end of the transfer window. Anyway, today's a big day because Champions League, the potential to qualify for the group stages, that is definitely an aim for the club. I think we have to try and get to the first knockout round, actually. So there is pressure on us. This is the team I am going with. If you want to learn more about this tactic, by the way, I've uploaded a video which explains everything about it, really, and you can download the tactic. It is a mirror image of this one, I must say. It was my Manchester City one where I went an entire season unbeaten. So pressure's on here. Well, I don't think I'll be able to go an entire season unbeaten with Napoli because they're not quite as strong as Man City. I imagine we will lose games in the Champions League. So the team for today, we've got Pepe Reina in goal, our sweeper keeper on attack. We've got Hysaj and Gulam as the wing-backs, full-backs on attack. Albiol and Kirichez in defence because Koulibaly is injured. Diawara, the wonder kid, in defensive midfield. Zielinski, the Pole, playing in front of him as a roaming playmaker. Giacherini is having to play on the right side of midfield because we've now sold Callejon. He might be just as good, to be honest. He's got 15 on crossing. He's a decent player, good passing as well. Prefers to play as an inverted winger, according to this, which is one of the new roles on Football Manager. Hamsik is playing in the advanced playmaker role. We don't really have much cover for there because, in fact, Hamsik prefers to play a slightly deeper role. But I'm playing him there. Rog can play there, but he'd rather play in the middle as well. So we've got plenty of cover in the central midfield positions, but we're only playing 2. Insigne's playing on the left. He hasn't really impressed me yet. I don't know why. And Dries Mertens, who's been phenomenal, is playing up front. So he does seem to suit that trequartista role quite nicely. Let's submit the team then. My first competitive match with Napoli. Look at that. Lovely stuff. There's a few faces appearing. I still haven't downloaded a face pack. I will get round to it at some point. But they do have licenses for a few players on the game. I'm not really sure who because they've got 4 players from the Nice team for some reason, but not the entire team. I'm going to say all the best out there. Bit of a weak option, isn't it? Playing it safe. That's what I tend to do. I don't play it safe tactically, but with like team talks and stuff, I do tend to play it a little bit safe. Okay, look at that. Glorious. That is a glorious looking Napoli stadium. Although I think in real life they do have the running track around it, don't they? I might be wrong. I don't know a huge about Napoli, if I'm honest, apart from the fact that they're a very good team. Maradona played for them back in the day. But have they won anything in recent years? Possibly. Insigne crosses a corner. That's a poor corner. We've been relatively good with our set pieces so far. Here he is. Oh no, not quite. Didn't quite manage to find him. They've of course got Mario Balotelli up front. He's played rather well for Nice in the last season, hasn't he? They've got Schneider as well. They've got a good team. I suppose this is why they've managed to get into the Champions League best place position. Here's Hamsik. Up the pitch to Mertens. What can he do? Can the Belgian weave some magic? He almost does. He just fires it over. There's not a huge amount of people in this stadium. Why are there so many empty seats? This is a Champions League game, for goodness sake. I know it's a qualifying round, but still, we should have a full stadium here. As Ben Arthur. And of course, they've got Ben Arthur. What a player he is. Balotelli coming forwards now. Great tackle by Albiol, though. And Diawara mops up. Zielinski fires it up the pitch. That is poor. We should be keeping hold of possession here. That's not good stuff. And they cracked the crossbar. Not great. What's going on here? I've got something weird happening to my game. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I need to try and sort that out. I'm just going to gently encourage the whole team. Not a great start to the game so far. Corner, Insigne. Back to Giacherini. Good ball in. It's headed away. Now here's Zielinski. What can he do? Nice ball into Insigne. And now Diawara going backwards, but he's found Giacherini. Crosses it in. Oh, we're up. We're 1-0 up. Insigne hasn't done anything in pre-season, but he stuck the ball in the back of the net when it matters most. And we're 1-0 up inside 25 minutes. Let's just have a look at this here with the data analyst view just to see where the players are. I suppose you can see why it's called the data analyst view, because you can analyse the performances and the positions of the players a bit better. 1-0. Oh, what a cheeky free kick from Insigne, and Zielinski finds the back of the net. That was just a sudden highlight from nowhere, and we're 2-0 up. Lovely play from us there with the set piece. I've not done anything with the free kicks, but that was wonderful stuff. But here go Nice straight from kickoff, looking to get a goal back and an important away goal. Maybe we should go counter now as Gulam comes in, or perhaps we should go for a third goal and properly kill this tie off as Mertens charges forward, sensibly plays it back to Hamsik. What's he going to do? Lovely ball into Mertens. Here's Insigne again. Almost 3. Good save by the keeper. And it's another corner which Insigne whips in, but easily caught by the goalkeeper. At the start of a Football Manager cycle, I do tend to ask a few questions in the first few videos that I released, just to get to know you guys, the audience, who is watching basically. I'd like you to let me know where in the world you're watching this video from. Maybe you're watching it just down the road from me, but you might be watching it all the way over in New Zealand. So let me know where you're from in the comment section below. That'd be cracking. Why am I describing things as cracking? Who says cracking? Apart from Wallace and Gromit. I don't think we need to do anything at halftime. I'm just going to say to the team, keep it up, basically. Chiriches is looking complacent for some reason. Let's start the second half. So far, analysis-wise, we've been pretty good, haven't we? We've actually had less possession, but I think overall we've been strong. As we come forwards, looking for a third, Mertens crosses it in, it is caught by the keeper. We play out from the back with Pepe Reina, that's our style of play. Look at this, what wonderful passing. If we can score from this, that would be an incredible move. Mertens! Oh, what a strike! That's what he's all about. 3-0, but that was from Reina's pass. What a brilliant piece of play from us. That is absolutely sensational stuff, and a fantastic finish at the end as well. Mertens still had a hell of a lot to do from here, and he fired it from well outside the box into the back of the net for his first goal of the season. First competitive goal of the season, of course. He scored tons in pre-season. What a goal. That just demonstrates this tactic perfectly in my eyes. I'm going to take off Zielinski. He's getting quite tired. That role, the Roman playmaker role, it really takes a lot out of the players. Going to bring on Jorginho. Diawara, he's going to come off for Allen. Just put some fresh legs on into the middle of the pitch. We're keeping it on attacking. We're going for this. Let's try and get as many goals as possible as it's back to Mertens here. What's he going to do? Allen! Oh, he's hit the post. Allen, great name. Signed him for West Ham on like FM15 and he was sensational. Here's Insigne crossing the ball in, headed away. Allen again, what's he going to do? Knocked away once again, but mopped up at the back brilliantly. 72 minutes on the clock. This has been fantastic. I don't understand how I've stumbled across this tactic. It really is unbelievable going forwards. Here's Hamsik into Mertens. Oh, he's gone for it again. He's so good, isn't he? Dries Mertens. Saw a couple goals he scored the other day for Napoli, and they're insane. At first, one of them was an incredible first touch, like Burkamp basically. Hamsik's not done much today, has he? Do I take him off? Put some fresh legs on into the attacking midfield area? Perhaps bring on Rog, the Croatian? Let's do that. 10 minutes to go. They might get a consolation goal, and an important consolation goal, but I'm still keeping it on attacking. That's the way we play. Maybe I should go counter. Here's Maximin, great name, into Balotelli. This looks dangerous from Nice. But Allen clears. Was that Allen? Might have been Allen. Look at him go. What a player Mertens is. Unbelievable. Wow. That is truly sensational. It was Albiol that made the tackle, all-important tackle. Mertens, well, he had so much to do once again. He just dragged it past those defenders and slammed it past the keeper. I'm loving Football Manager 2018 already. I think I've found the tactic that I'm just going to play the whole time now. I don't need anything else. It probably won't work with the smaller teams, but it just suits these certain teams of... well, Mertens just fits it perfectly as he goes for the hat-trick. Oh, what a player. I love him. Let's just analyse this performance a bit then. You can see Insigne, 2 assists and a goal. He was man of the match ahead of Mertens despite that very impressive second half performance. 4 chances created, 1 from Albiol, 1 from Gulam, and then 1 from Insigne and Mertens. Key passes, Insigne involved heavily. Hamsik not involved that much. Now, I did find that with the Man City tactic, the advanced playmaker didn't really do a huge amount playing behind the strikers. He might be a little bit sacrificed in this tactic. Perhaps he could go and end up being the Roman playmaker, possibly, I don't know. But Zielinski played well today. This area here, in particular, very strong, which is where Hamsik plays, strangely enough. That the ball was heavily involved in that area of the pitch. Oh, what a first game, eh? What a first game. See, West Ham have rejected another bid from me. I tried to do some weird sneaky thing. I bid £41.5 million, which is basically my transfer budget, and then with a buyback clause of £50 million, just to see if they would accept that. Maybe if I interact with the board, We believe it would not be financially prudent to spend such a sum on one player. Okay, well, Antonio, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you. He's just such a beast. His crossing could be better, but he is a natural right winger, as you can see there, and he would fit the system perfectly in my eyes. So I might have to look elsewhere for a right winger. Let's just try something. Installments, I've tried this before, but it's not working. We'll try again. I'll put £10 million in over installments, and I'll make that offer without suggesting it. See what they say. Done my first pre-match press conference of the Serie A season. I'm excited because that first match, very encouraging. Still got the social feed thing on FM18, just like FM17. I don't think it's quite as heavily forced onto your news feed. So I've been looking at right midfielders on my scouting range, players that I have scouted, other players that I haven't scouted. I've basically gone from top value to bottom. So Antonio is second on the list. Mahrez, I don't think I could afford Mahrez, and he doesn't quite fit my system. He's more of an inside forward, isn't he, than a right midfielder. Other options, Bellarabi, he's a good player, but only got 10 on crossing, so that's not great, is it? But he's very fast. He's good at dribbling, so maybe it wouldn't matter so much. But I do think we need a good crosser there. Nathan Redmond, possibly. He definitely fits that winger system. But how much will he cost? A lot of money. Possible. Let's see how much they would want for him. We'll just go ahead and bid 20 million, see what they suggest. So they want a lot of money. I could probably weasel them down to like 30 million plus add-ons, but that's good to know at this stage. I'll just cancel that for now. We've still got a couple of weeks until the end of the transfer window. There's not a huge amount of choice here. I'm sure there's lots of players out there in the world that I could sign, but the players that I have knowledge on here don't have a huge amount of choice who can actually play in a natural right midfield position. So I want someone to fit the system. It doesn't necessarily need to be the best winger in the world. I just want someone that plays well in that role. It's time for the pre-match tactical briefing then. I think I will just say the same thing as I did before. I'll say we'll just need to work on the formation, get used to that. I think we'll go with the same lineup. Oh, I've had a bid. 3 bids for Rafael Rosso, a young prospect. Let's accept those 2. Valuable first team member, we'll reject that one. Here we go then, our first match in the league this season. Juventus taking on Torino, we're taking on Lazio away from home. And the Antonio bid has been rejected again. I think they want £70 million. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get him. I'm going to cancel that for now. I'll have a think. I would love Antonio at the team though. I think we'll go with the same team. Why is Rog unregistered? He's unregistered for the league. I didn't even realise that. Oh, that's weird. Okay, we better put these players in then. Don't think Unis needs to be in. I realised just before submitting the team that I was allowed to pick 12 subs. I've only picked 10, but it does mean I can play some of the young players from the under-20s. Put them in the squad anyway. I didn't realise you could have 12 subs in Italy. What shall we say then? Passionate. Go out there and give these fans their money's worth. Let's go for that. I'll just get my assistant to do some instructions. So Immobile's a good player. Let's mark him. Babacar. He's pretty dangerous. They've got some good players. Lucas Leiva in defence midfield. Let's close down the wing backs, I think, and show on to the weaker foot. Look at that. Lovely stadium. We're in Lazio's ground. There's lots of empty seats for some reason. I don't know whether that's a weird glitch thing with the beta. Unless there's lots of fans that have come dressed up as a chair. Struggled to retain possession so far. Let's retain possession. Let's try and keep hold of the ball. I know we're able to keep hold of the ball. Pass the ball well. That excellent goal against Nice demonstrates that. As Lazio almost take the lead with a cracking shot. We survived that scare. We've not done anything in this match so far. It's only been Lazio so far. Here's Radu. Up to Lulic. Into Parolo. This looks dangerous from Lazio. Coming forwards. Pasta into Parolo. Come on, win it back, guys. Oh, yes, brilliant. Isaj intercepts the ball. What's he going to do? Into Mertens, who loses the ball. That's not great from him. And it's over the top. Here's Babacar, Immobile. Oh, lovely play. Oh, we do escape. Not the greatest finish in the world. And here we are. Perhaps our first highlight of the game. Hamsik into Mertens. Out wide to Gulam. Gulam. Great ball in. Mertens. Insigne. He scores. We're 1-0 up. Lovely play. We've been completely out of this game. We've done nothing. And I'm actually going to go counter for that reason. I think we can hit them on the break here. And the rest of the half has been boring. Literally nothing else. They've made a couple subs at half time by the looks of it. 3 shots each in this game. They've had slightly more possession. Not been a great game. I'm going to say don't get complacent out there, which has seemed to have motivated them. And we will start the second half. We'll just counter now because we've not been in... Oh dear, what the hell was that? Reina saves the day. I don't know what we're doing. Saved the day twice there. A highlight straight at the start of the second half. And we do escape, but it's corner whipped in. Knocked away to Sergey or whatever he's called. And yeah, this is against Nice. We were dominating. Maybe I've overestimated Nice and underestimated Lazio. Here they come. They are a famous Italian team, aren't they, Lazio? And Reina catches that. Through periods in their history, they have been very, very successful. Kirichez into. We're passing out from the back because that's what I've told my players to do. But that was very, very dangerous. And what was Gulam doing? And this is going to be 1-1. We've been asking for that, haven't we? That was very poor. Really, really poor. We tried to pass it out from the back and we were punished. I'm going to turn retain possession off, actually. Okay. Can we get a second goal? Get Giaccherini. Good ball in to... Oh! Penalty! And Hamsik has the chance to get his first goal of the season. Club captain steps up. Can he score? Come on, Hamsik. Please. Please do this. Come on, Hamsik. Up he steps. Oh, he's missed. Wow. What was that, Hamsik? Not a great start to the season for him. Insigne fires a free kick over the bar. Half an hour to go. We should be 2-1 up. I'm going to have to take him off. He's meant to be our best player. And the first 2 games with him have not been great. I'm going to bring on Maggio, the 35-year-old, for Giaccherini. We need to sign a better right midfield. Why did I sell Callejon? Corner to Lazio. And it's somehow... Oh, we are playing dangerous football here. We are lucky to be 1-1. We should be 2-1 up through the penalty, but at the same time, Lazio have had opportunities to be many goals ahead. And perhaps this tactic isn't going to be as successful as I first thought. It might be an away from home thing, I don't know. As Immobile comes for a good tackle by Diawara, but they're back on the ball. And we've won it back. Rog charging forward to Croatian. Oh, wow. Sensational stuff from Rog. And that was brilliant. What an assist from Rog. He's come on in Hamsik's place. And he's trying to grab that place from him, isn't he? That was absolutely brilliant. Now, what do I do tactically? Because we have not been great. So I'm going to go counter. I'm not going to play out of defence. I'm going to turn that off here. Turn that one off. In fact, we'll try and play it a little bit more simpler. This game, we've not been playing very well at all. But somehow we're winning. Reina into Albiol. Kirichez. Oh, what a ball to Insigne. What's he going to do? Zelensky. Great ball to Gulam. This is wonderful stuff. Gulam easily loses the ball. And that's poor. And now we're out of position at the back here. Oh dear. Is this going to be 2-2? Nope, it's over the bar. I suppose I've got my fullbacks on attack here, haven't I? Let's turn that off. Look for overlap off. I just need to adapt. You need to adapt to situations, don't you? We're going to go support... For the fullbacks, I will make my last change. Who shall I bring on? Who shall I take off? We'll bring Zielinski off. He's knackered. And I will throw on Jorginho. Can we hang on for our first league win of the season in our first game of the season? Here's Gulam. He didn't really know where the ball was there for a second. Mertens through to Rog. Rog! Oh! He's been brilliant since coming on. Too many highlights at the end of this game. I just want it to end. It's been a hard game to watch. Here's Mertens. That is poor, losing the ball. He just passed it to a defender. And now this is going to be 2-2, surely. It's going to be pulled back. No, Reina catches it and throws it out. And that's me with my short passing from the goalkeeper. Here's Insigne. Into Jorginho. What's he going to do? Lovely ball into Mertens. Oh, what a ball back to Diawara. Oh, he should have scored. What a brilliant ball from Mertens. That should have killed the game off. Corner. Insigne back. No, he's lost the ball. Insigne back into the box and smashed away. And now it's 2 against 2. But we survive. Oh no, a free kick. Why can't the game just end? Why are there so many highlights? Oh, it's fired. Did that hit the crossbar? Possibly. 1 minute to hang on. Come on, this is just tense. Mertens. It's through to Rog. Rog! He scores. He kills the game off. What a brilliant substitution. Thank you, Rog. I assume that's how you pronounce it, Rog. Maybe it's Rogue. Maybe it's something completely different. I'm calling him Rog, though. Thank you. We survived. We could have won 4-1 if Hamsik had stuck away his penalty. Lazio are regretting those missed opportunities, aren't they? We've actually played very well since I changed the tactics slightly and adapted to this match. Great win. We've won 2 out of 2 this season. 1 in the league. Well done. That was a good win. So that's the end of episode 2. Thank you for watching. Please smash that like button. Like I said, 500 likes. I'll upload episode 3 later on today. Hope you're looking forward to that one because it should be an easy game against Nice. But then we've got Juventus. And that is a massive clash at home, which potentially could be a title decider come the end of the season. So keep your eyes out for episode 3. Until next time, enjoy FM18. I'll see you very soon.